Henry, how are you?
How are the sick and wounded faring? I don't think there's anything more I can do for them.
I know. And you helped the best you could. All we can do now is pray for the souls of the departed.
God be with you.
Has anything else unusual happened?
I can think of a couple of things. When we were extending the scaffolding, they dug up a human skull by the wall, with horns. The scaffolder Leszek got rid of it straight away, but there are still rumors going around about it. And about the building being cursed.
A skull with horns? How did it get there?
I don't know. I didn't see it with my own eyes, but there were enough witnesses. You can ask Leszek. He'll tell you more.
What about the second thing?
One of our workers ran away.
And that's unusual?
Somewhat. Usually, if someone runs away, they take things with them. But he left everything here, absolutely everything, and disappeared like steam over a cooking pot. He didn't tell a soul what he was up to.
I looked around, and the stone that fell on that man is different from the rest.
Yes, it's very poor. But we have to work with what we've got. We didn't have anything else, and we couldn't wait for more.
That's not what I meant. It's not the same kind of stone that came from Talmberg. Someone must have switched it.
But why would anyone do that?
Well, maybe he was stealing new stone and replacing it with old stuff. Or to sabotage the construction, I don't know.
But the carriage never moved. It rained a lot and we couldn't get any work done, or we'd have been up to our ankles in mud.
So, someone had to take it out without being seen?
That huge piece of rock. It would take a few strong men to shift something that size. I know you're trying to help, but someone would have noticed. It couldn't be done without anyone seeing it.
The skull is a fake. Someone fixed horns on a human skull.
But where would they get a human skull? And why would they do it?
Maybe to frighten the workers? Raise the price?
But that wouldn't help anyone. It had to be some idiot's idea of a prank. An idiot who was nearly responsible for getting a man killed.
Your apprentice is behind it all, Master Builder.
What?
Leszek told me the skull was Zmola's idea, and he was responsible for the bad stone, too, and even worse things.
Good God. Why would the lad do that? I always took good care of him and... Jesus Christ. Good luck to you.
God be with you.
I've taken care of that camp.
Have you brought me proof?
Here it is.
I'm delighted to hear it. Now it seems we can take a bit of a breather. There's no sign of any humans around here. I must say, I'm impressed with the job you've done.
Thank you, Captain.
But it would be a pity to waste your talents. They say the roads aren't safe even by Sazau, or around Skalitz. God preserve us. Over there, the brigands are on the rampage.
Well, I'll be glad to deal with them.
I don't doubt it. But in Sasau, you'll have to go first to Sir Sebastian. He's the custodian at the Sasau Monastery, and in charge of security in that region. He'll tell you where to find them, and I'm sure he'll be glad of a helping hand.
Very well, Captain. I'll head there then. I could do with a bite to eat. I've got good news, sir. The source of the problem was inside the monastery. There was nothing more to it.
And the construction?
We'll continue. The master builder's helper was to blame for everything. With him out of the way, the work will run smoothly again.
That's good. You've accomplished your task admirably, Henry, and I should reward you for it.
Thank you, Sir Divish.
Farewell.
God save Henry. Good morning. God be with you.
I'd like to make...
Uh-huh.
Yep.
But
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be... God be with you.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry. I'd like to... I'd like that. Fine.
Goodbye.
I'd like to make use of the... I'd like,
That...
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure... Goodbye.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm honored that you should come.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed, there is. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over some trifle either.
What do you want here, eh? It's my road! Is that the best you can do? I'll slaughter! Stop! I beg you! I beg you! Yeah! Yeah! Hey-o. Vic? Hey, Henry.
Are you happy here?
It's not worth a damn. If I had any choice, you wouldn't see my heels for dust.
Well, what's happened? Did you two get yourselves into trouble?
A fine friend you are, assuming it's our own bloody fault.
Oh, come on. You know what you two are like. I had to ask.
Well, perhaps with that mug. But now, the foreman's got it in for us. If he could, he'd skin us alive.
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only. That wouldn't be so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
And the miller won't stick up for you. I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. They haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with him around, we can't even get to work.
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us, he'll yell at us.
Have you tried talking with him?
What do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits, and what he's going to do about it. That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too, and...
I'd never have guessed he's like that.
Well, get a job here as a hand and you'll soon see.
And what does he do during the day? Does he work with you?
Good one. He keeps his eye on everything, but his hand only touches the saw when the miller shows up, which isn't that surprising.
Why?
The last time he did anything, he almost took his thumb off with a chisel. I wouldn't put an axe in those paws of his either.
So he's clumsy and arrogant. That's what you said about your last master, that Nimoy.
Aye, but at least you could sneak away from old Nimoy for a bit. No chance of that around here.
And what do you want to do about it? Just run away?
Actually, I'd like to stay here, at least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working in a mill, but not with him around. It's unbearable, and there's no one I can complain to. But you could.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to me?
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us because of you. You could have another word with them.
Back then, making promises was enough. Now, it will be worse.
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously. So, will you do it for us? Again?
Fine. I'll try and talk to him.
I'm glad. But try not to get on his wrong side. You won't get anywhere with him then.
I'll keep that in mind.
God be with you.
Glad to fucking see you, Ed.
Matthew told me your foreman's a fool, and you're not exactly filled with Christian love for him.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Drown him? What's he done to you?
It was the first or the second day here. We had a disagreement and I told him off. And then, all of a sudden, we're fighting and that fucker just throws me in the river. I nearly drowned.
Well, how did you get out? I thought you couldn't swim.
I can't. They pulled me out. I was up to my waist in water.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So you want to pay him back?
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around here, but that bastard's in need of a good trouncing.
I spoke with him briefly and he doesn't seem...
Then you ought to try working with him. He's a sneaky bastard. And arrogant. You should see how he puffs himself up when he's off to play dice with Lawrence.
Who's Lawrence? Another mill hand?
Aye, but at the neighbouring mill. They call him the Wren. Damned if I know why. Thomas goes there to play dice with him.
What about the others at the mill? Are they awful as well?
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's hopeless. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass, and kind with it. And what can she do? Nothing. Not that it stops Matthew going to see her. But it's Thomas who's the root of the problem.
Do you think he's jealous? Is she a sweetheart?
He might make puppy dog eyes at her, but most of the time he just struts about like a peacock. I really don't think she's the problem.
And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can come to an agreement?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's better than the mines, but the pay's worse.
So how do you plan on dealing with it? Leaving?
Perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a proper trouncing. I mean a real thrashing.
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe it'll knock some sense into that fat head of his. Or he'll be too frightened to mess with.
That... might...
So why don't you arrange a...
What?
We could lure him off someplace far... God be with you.
God be with you.
Lawrence from Bodine sends word that he has some time at night and some groschen.
Lawrence from Budi. The Wren. You had dealings with the Miller Peshek.
Ah, you have it all mixed up. Peshek is from the Ratai Mill.
Oh, you're right. I do have it mixed up. And Lawrence, you say?
Yes, Lawrence.
Well, I have a lot of work now, so if you see him, tell him he'll have to wait a while.
I heard you're as bad-tempered as a rabid dog, and twice as stupid.
What?
I heard you treat the new workers like shit and don't listen to anyone except yourself.
It's their fault. They're good-for-nothing slackers, and you watch your tongue or you'll get it in the mouth, too.
Well, they weren't lying. Your old talk. Do you really want to try your luck?
One more word, and you'll see.
We need to pick a place for the fight that isn't too public.
That's one thing we can agree about.
Do you have any idea where we could do it?
There's a place to the north of Ledichko we can go to after sunset. We won't be seen there, and most of the time it's empty.
Good. Above Ledechko, then, at dusk.
Fine. And who will I be giving a pasting to?
Take your pick. There'll be 3 of us, and you can bring 2 of your friends as well, so there'll be more than enough to go around.
And why not? Do we have a deal then? No trying to get out of it later on.
Agreed.
Good luck to you.
Hey, twat face.
I did it. I arranged to fight him just like you wanted. He had nothing against the idea. He'll bring 2 men, and the 3 of them will wait for us on the hill near Ledechko.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was too much of a coward.
So, how are we going to do it? Should we just meet there?
No. Come and see me towards evening, and then we'll go. Oh, and perhaps you should let Matthew know. Since you were the one who set it up.
See you later.
Greetings, Henry.
Well, I spoke with him.
How did it go? Did you come to an agreement?
No. There's no talking to him.
What will we do now? I suppose we could just leave, but I don't want to as long as there's some coin to be earned here.
Oh, don't go running off just yet. Fritz and I have come up with a plan.
Shit. You want to trounce him, don't you?
We've arranged a fight to decide things. If we win, he'll leave you alone. If we lose, you'll be on your way.
Sakra! Well, I suppose we've got no other choice. There's no talking to that man. But I find it hard to believe he'll just leave us alone, even if we do win.
It will be us 3 against them 3. That's an honourable fight, and the better men will win.
If you say so. Take care.
Glad to fucking see you, Henry.
All right, I'm here. Let's do it.
It's still too early.
Take care.
God be with you, Henry.
Hey!
Glad to fucking see you, Henry.
All right, I'm here. Let's do it.
So let's go.
See you later.
Yeah.
Братцы.
Nice to see such a good turnout. The more the merrier.
Arsehole. You won't think it's so funny in a minute.
I think you're fucking hilarious.
Enough horseshit. I didn't come here for a chat.
Just as well. You're not much of a conversationalist.
We gonna get on with this anytime soon?
Let's do it, Dopici!
Kurwa!
That's that then.
Do you think it will be enough?
He definitely looked like he'd had enough.
True. He'll either stop, or make life hell on earth for us.
So, anything else you need from me?
No. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, no problem. What are friends for?
You forgot something.
Of course. You're right. Here's something on the side, Henry.
Ah, there's no need for that. I did it out of friendship. You can spend the coin on drinks at the tavern.
Thanks. You're a real friend.
We really are in your debt now.
Good day, Henry.
Look out.
Yeah.
An assassin, eh? The old woman sends a fucking assassin on me. Well, I'll kick his... Oh, dear God.
Well, then. Ow. Oh.
Yeah.
A shame I can't swim.
I hope I can be of some humble...
Here's your beer recipe.
Wonderful. Here's your reward.
Any chance of a nice little earner for me?
Not so much for you as for me, but you can help me out. The Sasso cobbler's been making some fancy boots, and he's been given spurs from their lordships to add...
Won't that get the cobbler in trouble? You can...
Good luck to you.
Garlic, onions, mushrooms and asparagus. Come right up. Our Lord's tasty. Good on fresh for fries.
Yeah.
There's something you're looking for here? So what do you want here? Go and play your game somewhere else. Hey, oh God. I see someone stealing. There's a thief here. Guard! I see a thief. Guard!
Hey, you! Don't move a muscle! Surrender! You'll have... You were seen picking a lock. You should have thought twice.
Enough! What impertinence!
And hand me over...
I could do with a bite to eat.
something around here? Has something happened? Over here! Help! Help! Over
Who are you?
Anything else?
I could do with a bite to eat.
What was that?
Hey! Hey! What do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here! Oh! Here! Help!
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you start.
Oh well, I wouldn't mind a bite to eat, actually.
Day.
I've come from Captain Robard.
And what might the captain be wanting to...
I'm not a messenger.
Oh, we know that what... Good luck to you.
Quiet!